We're on the air.
I know, ours are public, but his isn't, so. Any other concerns you guys have while you're here?
Yeah, we're on here.
Okay. Well, if between now and the 20th, anything does come up, you can reach out and we'll address it.
One thing maybe you would quiz Greg about is his maintenance for the elevator. If that's a concern for some people, you know, and it's working now. I know elevators break down, but it's an old elevator.
Okay,
You know, if he has regular maintenance on that thing or whatever.
all right, I'll ask him.
Because that's
I'll
pretty
have-
critical that, you know, it.
Well, without an elevator, it won't work for you guys. Is that right?
Probably, yeah, we have a lot of strollers and mamas and baby carriers and stuff like that.
Okay. Yep. Okay. Okay, I need a bathroom break, so if we're done, I'll take a
I move
motion
to
to
adjourn.
Okay.
Second.
Motion and second to adjourn. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, we are adjourned, and we'll start right back up.
The things of people that are tuned in on here. Oh, I need a
I think so too.
Let's go up and take a look at that.
Minor typo, it
Let's go up and
says
take a look at that.
No,
in
I'm
September,
good.
but I actually meant
Take
to
your
change
word
that
for
to
it.
October, and
It's all good.
Oh, here, you were here for it.
Thank you. Yeah, that's fine. It's good.
Didn't mean to throw it at you. That's the, this is the new HVAC unit up on the top, if you're looking at the Masonic monitor. This is where we need to have a safety step so that they can work on things in here. One on this side, one on that side, and then on the south side. I'm gonna go ahead and verify the south side. And they have brought, I could have swore that it was double that 32,000, Terry. Terry, when that guy was here talking about this the first time, I thought he said 32,000 for each side, because in my mind it was 65,000.
No, it was everything.
That was everything? Oh, okay. So, but anyway, we gotta.
Because they put the units in so they know what they need.
Right. Yeah, for some reason, I thought that was half the price. To build some steps there, and then we bolt them down to right there.
Check with, like, for each welding.
I did. I've never used anybody else. I've used EasyFab. I know that he can build something, and nobody's gonna question it. I tried to get him to donate it so we wouldn't have to put it up there. That didn't work. It was worth a try. Shouldn't ask him that when he's putting his taxes together, I guess. Anyway, that was just so you know what it looks like, in case you haven't been up there. Tom said he's not going up there, and Terry said he's not going up there.
I wouldn't have a problem going up there. I'm not going up there.
I'm gonna go look at that south side and see if it's necessary, just because I've never thought to look over there. And if we only have to buy half of them, that's a different story.
Who's this one?
We were talking about that building downtown. And we're talking about moving those people out. I think that's gonna be a move, because we're gonna, for $1,800 a month as opposed to $2,800 a month.
Yeah, and all that.
And then we thought about the support services into this room, and then this big room. There's gonna be some extra money to be spent.
See it?
This move, internet and everything.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there'll be some costs initially, but it'll be a big savings in the long run.
Yeah, if it was done for 5 or 10 years.
I think we should shoot for 5.
He has to say that because his boss is.
I was gonna say, as soon as I said that, I said, well, maybe it's not right there.
Yeah, ask him outside this.
Oh, it is a wonderful job. A building
Tell
full
yourself
of women.
something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Corey's
so
the only
I
guy
would
in
think-
our.
I
So
would
that's
think-
why you asked for more bread.
He would probably be happiest with 3, but if we can do 5, that would be great.
Yeah.
Oh, they said he'd do 5. It was no problem.
Because where we're at now, we're not even locked into a contract. Everything's this month.
No, it's month to month.
Yeah.
I
So
think
it could change. It could change on us.
Okay, sorry, we're a little bit late. My apologies. So welcome, everybody. It's 9:30 in the morning, Tuesday, November 4th. And we'll call the meeting to order, and we'll begin with the Pledge of Allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Let's go to agenda item number 1. Are there any, this might be the first, you have a change?
I just want to mention that Audrey from the
yeah.
extension, she might need to be moved up earlier. She has an 11 o'clock appointment. She's not in here yet, but I think if she gets
Okay.
here, we can just fit her in.
Do you think she'll be here soon? Like within the next 10 minutes or so?
I can text her too.
Could we just put her maybe between 5 and 6? We'll call that 5.5.
Move to approve the agenda with that change. And we allow the chairman some flexibility in fitting her in wherever it works.
Second, thank you, Tom. We have a motion and a second to approve the agenda with that change. Further discussion. Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Pastor Rick is here. Welcome.
Yes, he is.
We're gonna need all the help we can get.
Don't we all?
So if you know anybody in the business of helping, we'd like for you to pray for us this
I
morning.
happen to know somebody.
I You want us to stand?
No,
Stay
you can
seated?
sit.
All right, thank you, Rick.
Father, we thank you for this day that you've given to us. Father, for this meeting that is about to take place. Lord, we ask for wisdom and insight for all these members and all the business that will be discussed. Father, we pray above all things that there would be a right spirit here, that things would be accomplished for the good. And Lord, we just ask you to cover this meeting with your presence. Bless this time, Lord, we ask now in Jesus' name. Amen.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, could I ask Rick a question?
You betcha.
So with this possible end of the SNAP deal,
Yes.
is our food pantry seeing a little more pressure?
Yes,
Can you use some
absolutely.
donations?
Absolutely.
Everybody
We'll
watching
never-
on the internet?
Yeah, it's been on, we put it on the internet, we put it out to the public and stuff. And while we're trying to get this set, we don't know what's gonna happen with the SNAP thing stuff, but as it is right now, the people taking food donations. We're meeting to find out if it gets to the place we may have to go to necessities more than anything else, but as long as people are donating and giving stuff, we'll just keep going until we, like SNAP, until we run out. So
Good.
anybody that wants to give, we will never turn you down.
Thank you.
Yes.
It's a good comment.
Thank you for that, Tom.
Thank you, Tom. Okay. Number 3, Operation Green Light for Veterans.
You get to read this whole thing.
You
Yes.
want to read it?
Nope, that's your job.
Okay. Is this the 3rd year we've done this, Jason?
This is the 3rd year.
Yes. All right. So, let me get this done here. That whole thing.
Yep. Sorry.
Okay. Whereas the residents of Butte County have great respect, admiration, and the utmost gratitude for all the men and women who have selflessly served our country and this community in the armed forces, and whereas the contributions and sacrifices of those who served in the armed forces have been vital in maintaining the freedoms and way of life enjoyed by our citizens. And whereas Butte County seeks to honor individuals who have made countless sacrifices for freedom by placing themselves in harm's way for the good of all. And whereas veterans continue to serve our country in the American Legion, Veterans of Foreign Wars, religious groups, civil service, and by functioning as county veteran service officers in 29 states to help fellow former service members access more than $52 billion in federal health, disability, and compensation benefits each year. I gotta take a breath. And whereas approximately 200,000 service members transition to civilian communities annually, and an estimated 20% increase of service members will transition to civilian life in the near future, and whereas studies indicate that 44 to 72% of service members experience high levels of stress during transition from military to civilian life, and whereas active military service members transitioning from military service are at high risk for suicide during their first year after military service, and whereas the National Association of Counties encourages all counties, parishes, and boroughs to recognize Operation Greenlight for veterans, and whereas Butte County appreciates the sacrifice of our United States military personnel and believes specific recognition should be granted. Now, therefore, be it resolved, with designation as a green light for Veterans County, Butte County hereby declares November 4th through 11th, 2025, as a time to salute and honor the service and sacrifices those transitioning from active service, and be it further resolved that in observance of Operation Greenlight and in recognition of service and sacrifice of our nation's veterans, Butte County will illuminate the Butte County Courthouse with green lighting as a visible tribute to honor and support our local veterans. And be it further resolved that Butte County encourages its citizens in patriotic tradition to recognize the importance of honoring all those who have made immeasurable sacrifices to preserve freedom by displaying green lights in a window of their place of business or residence from November 4th through the 11th, 2025. Jason, do you have any comments at this point?
I know. I hit it all.
We did it.
Yeah.
We'll start lighting up the building, the courtroom house here, starting today for that week. Should be all set, right?
Very cool. Thank you.
For reading all that. Yeah, I got you.
Thanks. Oh, thanks. I need a cough drop. Okay. Public comment. Thank you, Corey.
Goody.
That's the first time, I think, ever. Is there anybody that is here for public comment that did not get on the list? Okay. Let's go to number 4, our consent agenda. Did y'all have an opportunity to look over the consent agenda?
I just have a question. When it comes to the 4E planning,
Mhm.
and I don't know if there's anybody here that can answer this, is the planning board okayed this in March? Why has it not come to us before now?
Well, it could be that one of the other signatures required wasn't, so we don't have, let's see this, there's somebody on here from March. It's because of property taxes. Property taxes weren't paid till the 3rd.
Really?
That's what it says on here. Yeah,
Okay,
so that would be why.
so it's the person doing the dividing that Is there,
Yeah, Debbie signed off on it on November 3rd, so.
okay. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
I have a question on the expense report.
Okay.
I don't know if you'll be able to answer these or not, but there sure is a lot of overpayments that were made. $10,290 we had to return.
A lot of that is because the second half of the bills were due this month, and sometimes they pay in advance. So there might be some difference between what they paid in advance to what the
So
actual
like
bill
the
is.
property ones, that would explain
Right.
those. But what about the 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm assuming 5 vehicles? Is there a reason?
Like, that's, must be people coming in to pay for like their registrations, vehicle registrations and things like that. And I don't know why there's a difference. I mean, that would be a Deb question. But that's what it looks like to me, like they overpaid for their vehicle registration, or maybe they're just are doing a new vehicle registration that they haven't done before. New vehicle. I mean, I can try to pull one of them just to see. Let's see here. Let's try bill 21740. Maybe it'll answer the question.
I'm just curious if there's a problem with like, the program they're using, or it just seems like a lot.
I don't know. So here's the bill.
When you buy something from, a dealership, that's all sent to you in a figure, so.
Yeah, and it comes from the Department of Motor Vehicle.
Yeah.
I think they worked out a majority of their bugs, but maybe there was something going on. Here's the bill. Like they paid $4,600, but that was an overpayment of $200.
Right. I'm just wondering if there's something we need to watch up there in the office when we're doing these, or if it's. I guess what the cause of it is.
Well, I think Debbie's watching, so I'll just make sure that she gets back to you with an answer on that.
That work.
Okay.
Okay,
Move to
Bill back.
approve the consent agenda if everybody's questions are answered.
we have a motion to approve the consent agenda. Do we have a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. Further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. We'll get an answer for you, Chad.
Thank you.
Yep. Number 5, Resolution 2025-20, a resolution of the Butte County Board of Commissioners declaring support and adoption of the Butte County Natural Hazard Mitigation Plan 2025.
Want to come up? Yep. Thank you.
Thanks.
So I'll just give you a quick reminder what this is for. So this is for the Butte County Mitigation Plan. We've been working on it for a little over a year. I think I spoke to you guys back in maybe March or April. Put it up to the draft. We got it through the review of the state and FEMA. So FEMA gave us what's called APA status, approval pending adoption. So once the county and all of the cities adopt the plan, we will send all those resolutions back to FEMA, and they will give us an official approval, and that will make your plan good for the next 5 years. But if you have any questions, please let me know.
I didn't give you the plan because it's over 200 pages, so.
Yeah, and I think everybody reviewed it when it was going through the process, but.
And we'll post it on our website.
do we do, I can't remember how we handle these, do we just adopt this? All right.
Move to adopt resolution 2025-20.
Second. Second.
Motion to adopt resolution 2025. And a second. Further discussion. Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you very much
Thank
for your work.
Yep,
I'll
thank
send you the signed copy.
All right, thank you.
Do you need our seal on that too?
If you would.
Thank you.
All right, have a good one.
Thank you very much. Okay, and we did move, I'll get my pencil with me. Audrey up to 5.5. You have to leave, I understand.
Yeah, I got grandbaby duty.
That's very
I just told
important.
you that immediately.
So it's only been 2 weeks since I talked to you guys, so this is short and sweet. So instead of my normal past events, I have a couple of requests. I'm just curious, Lawrence County allows me to only come quarterly, and with as busy as you guys are, especially like right now, I know, I was wondering if I could either do bi-monthly or quarterly, so you guys can talk about that, let me know whenever. It seems to be, even once a month seems to be a lot. Like, we don't have as much going on, except during kind of fair. But anyways, it's fine if you want me to still come monthly. And I would also like to get it on your radar to bring 4-H youth to the evening meetings in March and September. I just let you know, is that right?
Yeah. Do they want to present something?
I don't know yet. What part of their awards that I'm finding out with doing recognition this year is that they attend some sort of city, county, school board meeting of some sort. So I thought, well, let's start with this one since you guys have them in the evenings twice a year. So, and then after county and state fair in September, possibly the first week of October, I would like to have an exhibit set up for a week or two here at the courthouse to display projects and results from our fair, if that would be something that would be acceptable. I've been talking to some other 4-H educators and they said that's something that they do and is a really good response from the community and everything. I thought that'd be pretty cool. And then I was talking to Jason about his making the courthouse green, and other counties do that for 4-H week also. So he and I were talking about possibly 4-H purchasing some more lights for other buildings or more on the courthouse or whatever, in addition to what he's doing for next year. So that way they'd be put up in the beginning of October, run for a week, they wouldn't have to be taken down, they could be up again still for the veteran stuff in November. So with your permission for that, I will work that into my budget to get some more lights for those kinds of things. Is that a problem? Everybody okay with that? Okay.
You can arrange that with me and
Okay.
our building person.
Okay, gotcha. Again, those are like future kinds of things. We have a recognition coming up on Sunday. Again, everybody's invited. And as of right now, I'm really excited to report, this is really cool, that we actually have 21 clover buds, which is up 5 from all of last year, that have already registered. So I expect that number to continue to go up. Members, we have 186 compared to 240-ish, I think, last year. So again, expect that number to go up. And volunteers, 56 compared to 67, 68, I think, last year. So being that we're barely a month into registration, that's huge. That's really great. And so I'm expecting us to have a banner year this year. So for registration. So, anybody else? Have any questions, comments, concerns?
James, does Audrey need to be included on the 20th?
Yep.
I heard.
Okay, I didn't know if you were there.
Jason came over and he's like, just want to give you a heads up. Okay, so the 20th
Thanks, Jason.
at
9:30.
9:30 here?
Yes.
Okay.
I just want to make sure you were aware of it.
Yeah.
The exhibit, would you put that out here in the lobby?
That's kind of what I was thinking. That's what some of the other counties
Would there
do.
be a place, obviously with some changes coming, would
Right.
there be a place where it would be probably seen by more people than here.
I don't know. We've got a while to think about it and talk about it and see where we're at then,
Okay.
but just kind of wanted to get it on radar.
Well, I think if you decide you want to put it here, nobody has a problem with that.
Okay. All right. Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much. Have fun with the grants.
Thank y'all.
Lucky.
You little baby boy.
Okay, Annie, what do you have for us on the Northern Hills Technology?
You were going to invite them to come.
I did.
Okay.
I just didn't know if it was something in
No,
addition to that.
that's all I have
so
for that.
yeah.
That third
Not here,
company.
But they, sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry.
No, speak away.
That third company did reach out to me and said they are working on a quote for us, but they want to do it right, so they're kind of taking their time. So we should have,
We don't have much time. No.
yeah. They just said they wanted to do it right.
I assume we want to accept whoever spoke by the last meeting of December.
I
Mhm.
think even before,
Maybe sooner.
get them making that
I would think the
transition.
first meeting in December would be a good time to accept it. That way they got time to get their ducks in a row for the first of the year.
That, I have it later in the agenda, but the project boundary fence. So this is our second assessment by them. It's not the same one that we're talking about where they're changing all of our stuff from work.gov. But that is scheduled for December 1st, the first week in December.
So if I can get, everybody's so stinking busy, man, it's unbelievable. If we can get him to come, do you think we'll have anything from that other group by our middle meeting, or next meeting of this month?
Yeah, and I can reply to that email
Okay.
and just let them know we need something by then.
Yeah, and then we'll get Northern Hills Technology at that meeting too, right away in front, that way we have time to, and then if we could even make a decision, you know, either that day or the first meeting. Who said the first meeting in December?
We're looking at a year
Yeah.
by year contract, right?
Yeah, I think for sure we should be able to make a decision by then. All right. Are there any comments on that? Okay. Jason, any comments? You look like you want to say something. Is Tom nudging you under the table, kicking you? Don't let him set you up.
Never.
Okay, let's go to number 7, dispatch. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Doing good.
Gave everybody the list. There is one typo. I forgot to change the manpower devoted to mental health in September to October, but it was for October. Normally we slow down a little bit in the fall. That has not proven to be the case this year. We're staying fairly busy. If it doesn't make sense the way I wrote it, the totals in the middle column there, the left-hand side is the total for everybody. In the parentheses is Belfouche PD exclusively. So that top number would be, you know, the sheriff's office would be 44 or 34 to make it the total for 56, but I wasn't sure if that was clear. We have some staff that's coming up to full training now. I think they're doing a fantastic job. We have a really good crew right now that are working their butts off all the time. We're doing a lot of records maintenance right now to make sure that our records I would put them up against anybody in the state. Our call answer times are well within the National Emergency Number Association standards. That's fairly true for most of South Dakota, so we're not out of the norm there. Fires still fairly low, especially where we've been the last couple of years, so we've got to be grateful for a little bit of rain. Other than that, I think we're coming in, we're going to be quite a bit under budget this year. So a lot of that is because of the staff working the extra hours. There have been a couple holes over the schedule in the last couple of years, but it's just been working out. So we're going to come in significantly under budget. Other than that, I don't have any news unless anybody has any questions.
Just to let you know, later on the agenda, I don't know if you noticed, but we'll talk about the flooring.
The floor.
The flooring
yeah.
in your
Yeah.
room.
I did not see that, so thank you
Okay,
for
yeah.
pointing that out.
So an average call is about 2.5 minutes, am I reading that right?
So that's for the 911 calls. There are some, obviously, that are pretty quick, and depending on the medical emergency, you might have to stay on, especially in rural areas. So when you talk about the response time from, say, Belfouche to the Harding County line, if we have an accident up there, you're gonna stay on the line for a lot of that. So this is the average of that. So there are times you're on a 911 call for 10 to 15 minutes, and there are times you're on it for 30 seconds because it's an accidental dial. A lot of accidental dials. So it is a setting on your phone.
And like, if it's after hours, actually, I mean, so if I just wanted to call the police department,
Mhm.
it rings to you guys always, doesn't it?
Yeah, there is a number that goes directly to the police department, but generally, that's not a number we give out because there's not always somebody manning that desk, and we want to make sure that people's concerns are being met.
Okay.
So it always comes to us, whether it's the sheriff's office or the police department, and we tend to be the hub of knowledge anyway, so a lot of people think they need to talk to somebody special, but a lot of times we have the answers. We don't give legal advice or anything like that, obviously, but we do have a lot of the answers people are calling about.
Hub of knowledge, that's a nice phrase, I like it.
Yeah, that's why we try to learn something new every day and
Well,
try to have the answers. for
so
people.
I've had some people talk about roads and whatnot, they didn't know who to call, so they called 911. It's
Mhm.
like,
Well, but
I'm
we
sure
still,
you're
we
very
still know where
patient
to,
with them
we
and
still know
what-
where to direct them,
Yeah.
right? So, and that's, a lot of times if people don't have they're not as tech savvy, they don't know how to find those numbers, we have all those
I
numbers. So,
appreciate that,
and
yeah.
I mean, that's what we're there for, is to help the public in whatever way we can, so if it's giving out a phone number, that's what we do.
it's great.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much, we
Thank you.
appreciate you.
Yep.
Yeah. And then you'll come back here in a little bit
I was
for
gonna
that.
say, would you like me to stay for the forum, or is it?
It's up to you.
I mean, I think I can
Welcome
talk to it.
Okay.
They haven't started yet, right?
Well,
Rest of principal. It's a good thing.
Okay, you guys are up.
All right.
Come with her for support.
I know
You
most
too.
of you.
Going
Yes.
good.
Pull her up a chair, will ya?
Good. So.
We can't start without Corinda.
Peer pressure.
Okay.
Welcome, guys.
Thank you
girls.
guys
So-
for having us. I know most of you, but there are a few commissioners that are new since the last time I've been here. So my name is Melinda Wolf. I'm the public health nurse for Butte County. So, and then I've got Corinda, who's my clerical. And then,
I'm Lindsay Hayes, I'm the regional manager for the WIC program.
Welcome.
thank you. So I did give you guys a report. I didn't know if you had a chance to look at it, but our main focus for the last 3 months was pretty much shots. We were getting kids ready for their required school vaccines. So we did about 54 vaccines in the past 3 months for Belfouche School District kids for kindergarten and 6th grade. So that was kind of where our main focus was, and that's kind of all I had for that. Any questions on the report?
What is it, I'm sorry, I'm naive.
You go.
The very first, what do you guys do? What's a pregnancy care program? Do you help them along from
Yeah.
nutrition to
Yep.
scheduling doctors? I mean, what's all involved in that?
So what happens is we have a pregnant mom that comes in, and we do what's called an initial risk assessment. So it's kind of like an overview of their entire health history for prior pregnancies, and if it's their first pregnancy, kind of where they're at. And then we meet on a monthly basis, and we go over education, referrals, we talk about nutrition, we talk about oral health, depression. So in that initial risk assessment, we ask what's called these 2 woolly questions. So it's kind of like, have you been down, depressed, and hopeless over the last month, or little interest in doing things you used to love to do? So what that does is that triggers what's called a PHQ-9, which is a mental health assessment for them. And then from there, if it scores above a 10, then we immediately call the doctor and then get referrals for local counselors. We've been really blessed to be able to work with Belfouche Counseling here in town.
they've been able to get our referrals in typically immediately within that week for those moms that are interested in counseling during their pregnancies. So yeah, it's been a great partnership, and all the other counseling services too. We work closely with them to get those moms the help for that. And then yeah, we just see them, and then after they have their babies, we see them about 2 weeks postpartum, and we do a assessment on mom and baby, and then we do a safe sleep follow-up within about 2 to 3 months to make sure baby's sleeping in a safe space. So yeah. And then between that 28 to 32 weeks, we do for everybody, we do what's called a safe sleep assessment. So what that is it's talking with these moms about what's called the ABCs, alone, back, crib. If we ask them if they don't have a crib, if they don't have a safe sleep space, then we're able to give them a free pack and play. So yeah, and we've utilized that service quite a bit. So that's been, yeah. For moms that can't afford a crib or a bassinet, we're able, and now we have mini ones that we can get, because we do have some families that are living in hotels or very tight spaces. So yeah, that way we know those babies are in a safe space. So yeah, so that's our pregnancy care program wrapped in a tight shell.
You're having an open house.
We are, yes. Thank you for bringing it.
Tell us about that. I'm curious about this one,
Yeah.
Corinda.
So we wanted to say thank you to Corinda for.
Uh-oh.
30 years is a long time.
Way to go, James.
Chad Budgeby.
Oh boy. For her 31 years of service. So yes.
That's for sure. That's fantastic.
Start when she was 12.
I know, right? So yeah, so we are doing an open house on December 5th from 2 to 5 at the office, wherever we're at, but yeah, at the Butte County office there for, PHN. So.
Because I'll be transitioning up to Andy's office.
Yes,
Full
full
time.
time, yeah, so.
I
Yeah,
know,
she's
sorry for
excited.
you.
Sad, but.
Millie,
Yeah.
would you be able to, would you send us a reminder, maybe a day
Yes,
or
we're
two
actually getting a
before?
flyer
Okay.
ready, and we'll
Just so
send
we
that
don't
out to you
overlook it.
guys. Yeah, so, yeah.
That's quite a thing.
Yeah, 31 years, so.
You get Tom all crying over here.
So, yeah, we appreciate all she does, so, yeah. She's seen generation after generation for WIC. And
Yes, she has.
yeah, so.
That's about my age.
Same.
Right? Feels like it, doesn't it?
It does.
They didn't have child labor laws back then.
Yeah, so thank you guys. We just want to thank you again for your support and providing us a space and clerical, and yeah, it's been so much appreciated, so.
Well, we're aware of everything you guys do, and I know it's, some departments, we don't overlook them, but they just don't get the attention they should, and we know that that's a vital part of Butte County, and we really, really appreciate what you guys, we really do.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, so, the WIC program, it operates independently from Melinda's program, but we work together, we coordinate and we work together. So I just wanted to highlight the WIC side of things. We appreciate being able to operate WIC in Butte County. The Belfouche WIC office served 219 participants in September of this year, 49 women, 40 infants, and 130 children, so children 1 and up. The WIC participants spent $6,132.66 at WIC authorized retailers in Butte County, and that's hot off the press in October. The October number. So WIC participants continue to spend their WIC dollars in Butte County, and WIC benefits are continuing currently without any interruption. So we're really happy to continue to provide services. I also wanted to highlight something that WIC is really proud of. The Butte County WIC program received the USDA WIC Breastfeeding Award of Excellence Premier Award in 2025. We finally got our certificates, so we're going to get our plaque up hopefully soon. But thanks to Krinda and Melinda and the whole team working in Belfouche, we have like nationally recognized breastfeeding numbers in our WIC program in Butte County, and the number of moms who choose to breastfeed and get support are really impressive. We have a breastfeeding peer counselor program where peer counselors can text moms if they have questions or going through a tough time or suggest referrals. So I think the county should be proud of our breastfeeding numbers, especially with WIC, and we've been recognized by USDA for that. So really appreciate the work everyone is doing here. I just get to come up from Rapid and receive congratulations for everyone else's work, but I'm really happy to be here.
Congratulations on that too. The WIC, when I was 20 and young and had a young child, we took advantage of some of those. Back then it was, oh my gosh, I remember buying like milk and peanut butter, mostly like some dairy product, maybe some canned product.
Milk,
Is that-
juice, eggs, I did
Those
with my
things.
oldest, yes,
Okay.
cereal, yep.
Those things.
And it's changed tremendously since then.
It has. So what could a young family get with or qualify for? Go to the grocery store and buy it
Yeah.
for their children with a WIC program right now?
Absolutely, and that's a very timely question because we're updating our food benefits January 1st.
Okay.
So, which was a decision made 2 years ago that it's been 2 years in the making. But with WIC, you get a cash value benefit for fruits and vegetables. So you get amount of money to spend based on your family size and participation in WIC. You can buy fresh fruit and vegetables. You can buy canned, frozen, as long as it doesn't have anything added to it or it's not chopped up or something like that. So when we ask families to experiment with introducing new fruits and vegetables, we put our money where our mouth is, and we give money for that. The rest of the WIC items are specific items that you can purchase in the store. There's a whole grain benefit, so you can get whole grain bread or brown rice or a number of other items. We have iron fortified cereals, infant cereal, baby foods, protein foods like eggs, beans, peanut butter. And we also, the last maybe 10, 15 years, the dairy has gotten a little more varied. So there's liquid milk, of course, but there's also yogurt, cheese, and even if somebody wants to have buttermilk, we can make that work. So there's a lot of customization available in the WIC food benefits, and that's one thing we really work on, is to customize the needs. So, and I'm not forgetting any general WIC category. I think those are
Tuna for.
Yes, thank you. Yes, and for the omega-3s and protein, the pregnant moms do have tuna option.
They get salmon still too?
I think right now it's sardines or tuna, but we might. I'm gonna have to get back to you on that. Sardines are an excellent source of omega-3 fatty acids. However, with the new food package rolling out in January, everybody is going to have access to tuna, not just the pregnant women. The children, the 1 and up, will also have access to tuna, and there are several other adjustments being made as well. So thank you for asking. We're always happy. And WIC is 51 years old. It's a program that was started to help use nutrition and education to prevent birth defects and other problems that are preventable through nutrition, and it's going strong today. So.
And funded by the Department of Ag, which a lot of people did not know.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you. Yes, funded by the Department of Agriculture, and continues to be funded. So, really happy to continue to be here. Formula is also something that we provide for WIC for infants for one reason or another who are not breastfed. We provide infant formula, and also we also pay for specialty formula with a physician order. to make sure that infants receive the formula that they need to meet their needs. Great question.
I know that, with all the discussion around some of the other benefits and things with the government shutdown, I knew that WIC was very nutrition centered, or I don't know if that's the right way to say that, but I know you guys, that program focuses on things that are nutritious and healthy and needed. And, it's also impressive that you mentioned that, nutrition can kind of get in front of some of the later issues that would normally arise without those benefits, and I appreciate that you guys watch that too.
Right.
Because it's significant that we get these kids and families, young families, started early with guidelines and things like that on what's good to put in your body.
Absolutely, and the return on investment is really quite incredible.
Sure.
When you invest in good nutrition, the prevention down the line is reducing costs.
Sure. Thank you. And there's one more sitting there that hasn't said much yet. What would you like to talk about?
I'm good. I'm just moral support.
Any comments for these guys? You guys do a great job. We appreciate you. Yeah.
So much.
Get a hold of Greg on that building.
Okay.
All right, sounds good.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Have a good rest of your day.
Yes, ma'am.
I did get a text from Debbie about the motor vehicle overages. She said the motor vehicle overages are usually when the dealer mails us a check for estimated fees and hasn't called prior to sending the check.
Oh, so they're estimating.
So they get
Yes.
it back from that?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yep. Christina.
I just didn't know if there was like a program
Yeah.
issue or something, I just thought that was weird.
I couldn't figure that out because usually you know what you paid for it and that's what you paid.
Yeah,
So they're estimating it from
Yeah.
the dealership, that's,
that makes total sense then.
And then Christina said that it was correct that plat was delayed, Tom, because they hadn't paid their taxes, so she just confirmed that.
I wonder why they estimate it from the dealership, because they should just,
Give you the amount so you can take it to the people
Well,
that know.
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Or at least call, which is what she was saying, they don't call
Yeah.
ahead, they just try to estimate it. There you go, there's your,
Now we know.
Yeah.
Jason, you're up.
I never run into that.
I don't know how to follow that, that was real good. Good morning. First, I want to thank you for all your support for the veterans in Butte County. It means a lot to the veterans. I hear it when they come in and talk to me, so thank you for that. For the activity report for October, 5 new compensation claims, 14 contacts. Again, we do start what's called an intent to file for these, and I don't know if I explained this before, but I do know that there's someone new here. So we do file, like if we think there's a claim but need more evidence. A lot of these contacts that I have on here, we do file an ITF, intent to file, and that's kind of like a bookmark for when we put in the full claim. We're just waiting on medical documentation, service records, whatever it may be. So we do put those in to hold. So if it takes them so it'll hold it for a year. If it takes them 6 months and then they get awarded any disability or any compensation of any sort, it gets backdated to the date. So these contacts aren't like just, hey, we need this and let them go. We are starting the process. Put in 2 requests for either DD-214s or entire service records, and DAV transported 20 veterans for October to their medical appointments and things like that. Yep. And that's all that I have. Any questions?
Okay. Does the lighting, that, you light up right out here in front of the entrance, don't you? The ramp, and where else do these green
So
lights
that's
go?
what we did at first, because we kind of started right when I started working here, and I was kind of still learning and trying to do things. So the year before I deployed, Annie and I were talking about when I get back that we illuminate it more. So we'll illuminate both the south and the north side of the courthouse here, kind of like a spotlight if you think of it like that, lighting up the courthouse.
Great.
And still the railing too, but Yeah, that's the plan.
Created the lights this year.
Great.
Yeah.
So drive by, take a picture or something.
Yes.
Well, we appreciate it, appreciate you. There's a new documentary on Netflix about PTSD and some of those things in regards to, well, this one is particularly in regards to like Navy SEALs and some of that, and man, oh man, it'll sure bring you down and make you aware of what some of our soldiers do, all in the name of freedom. So this is a good thing. We appreciate you guys doing it.
This is a national program that we're taking part in. It's a national, that started with NACO, National Association of County Officials. That's where this program kind of started. I think we read in that proclamation that there's 29 states participating.
Yes.
So hopefully that number continues to grow.
Yeah, should be all 50. And will be someday, I'm sure. So
Hopefully, yes.
any comments for Jason? Thank you, Jason.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Can anybody else besides me use a quick recess? I need just a quick bathroom break. We'll recess for just a few minutes if everybody's okay with that. Heather's gonna take a while maybe.
It might be so awesome that you just say, that's all you need to hear.
Heather just needs to tell us which way to go when we do it.
Yeah. I guess that's in this around for you to sign. Started on Tom's end this time. As the meeting goes on, people are leaving.
Is that a pig?
What was that taken? Nevada.
I think it's in
I don't know if I could hit something like that.
Shake
I could
it,
get pretty
shake
mad
it.
about Yeah, it's unbelievable.
I got this from Melanie the other day.
Wow.
Photoshop yourself in there.
Pretty big.
It's huge.
Nice. Who did that?
Melanie Ingram sent it
Down
to
from
me.
South Dakota.
She thought it was in North
It's like
Dakota.
Arizona or something.
That's kind of what I was, a southern state with that rock cliff, but I suppose you get.
Reservation.
You could find that. Oh, is there a reservation?
Well, I don't know, it could be.
Yeah, that's a monster.
Awesome.
Thank you. All right, thanks for giving me a minute.
You're not gonna give me a headache today, are you, Heather?
I tried just skinning it down and tried to simplify it, so hopefully it's not as overwhelming number-wise. So, I think you have this information, yes?
I didn't have mine with me.
Okay.
I'll share with Jason.
Okay, so, the first 2 pages, so these 2 pages are, you had asked for like, increasing the percentages paid. So I just adjusted, so like, so this is what it currently is. So if we increased it by 2.5, by 5, by 10, by 15. So what you're going to be concerned with, basically, you know, the total annual cost and then what the difference is, like the savings difference would be by changing those percentages. And that's with keeping the single coverage
So,
100% county paid.
let me just add, from my mind.
Mm-hmm.
So if we ask the employees to pay 5%,
Like 5% more.
More.
Than what's currently.
Right.
Yeah.
we would save roughly about $28,000
Correct.
per employee. No, total.
Total. Total
Okay, all right.
annual. Yep.
No, I got my, all
Yep.
right.
And that's based off the stuff you brought.
And that's based off what
One or two
we,
meetings ago.
what we currently have. Yep, off the current plan, current coverage for 2026. Yep.
It's not, I expected more.
Well, not for the good news, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Let's get to
so,
that.
so that's what that is, because that's what you had asked at the last meeting. And then the next ones, so this is the information on that. It's Health Pool of South Dakota, so it's a self-funded pool. So all the money from the premiums goes to fund this pool, so like all the extra money that doesn't get used gets put back into the pool, essentially, to help stabilize the rates, to help pay for claims. So there's a little bit of this page, so a little bit of information on it. Board of directors for that, or trustees. A list of other entities who are also currently in this pool. And I did reach out to a few of the other ones on here, and they had good things to say about it. They were happy with their coverage, happy with the claims. So it seemed like they were pretty satisfied with it. And then on this page, so they offer Wellmark plans, and they offer 3 different copay plans and then 2 different high deductible plans. And the highest of the copay plans, which is the $3,000 deductible, is the same plan that we're looking at getting as creditable coverage for our Medicare eligible people with the current plan that we have. So it's the same one. And then the page after that, if you want to simplify things, boil it down. So the estimate here, so this would be what we currently have. If we renew that for 2026, which would be going direct with Walmart. So that's, you know, our total estimated cost here. So then on this side, this would be like our total estimated annual cost if we were to switch to this health pool of South Dakota. So that would be the estimated cost there. So,
So essentially, that cost going with the pool is like
it's
saving 15.
It's
If we'd have done 15%.
So the difference between the two, it's $76,931.89. And the copay, so the deductible is lower, the copay is lower, the coinsurance is better, the prescription drugs prices are better, lower, and saves. We don't have to adjust with this price. That's with keeping everything the same, not changing the portions paid by the county or the employees. That's with keeping everything the same.
And everybody on the credit vote plan. So we don't have
And
to
that
worry
would be, yep, so we'd be able to just have two plans. We could offer a high deductible, and then everybody would be on that $3,000 deductible plan. We wouldn't have to have two separate copay plans. Everybody would be on the same one,
Save 76,000.
and we would save 76,000.
That's a pretty easy decision.
So
So
the.
why are there not more people on that list if it saves us 76,000?
Exactly.
Why isn't it more popular?
I hadn't, in like all the research that I did, like I hadn't come across it. Like I only found out about it through somebody else, through Gina, through the city. That's who gave me the contact information. So I don't know, maybe it's not talked about as much.
That's something that needs to be brought up at like the big statewide county meetings, because I assume the more people you get in the pool, the better the price.
Oh, that's how it always is. The more people you have, the better your prices are.
Well, it's kind of surprises me because Krista's name was on this.
Yeah, she's on the board.
Yeah, she's on the board, and that kind of surprises, because she's pretty sharp about this. Why she hasn't pushed it.
Agreed, if she would push it more, because
I'm pretty sure the reason there's not a lot is because it's kind of a newer thing. It's been probably 4 or 5 years they've done the pool thing. So it's not real popular yet because it hasn't been, a lot of people don't know about it per se. So some companies don't adopt it yet. There's a few that are starting to. And I think that's kind of why everybody's not on it.
Yeah, because like I said, I hadn't come across it. I mean, I did a lot of research and I didn't come across it at all. And the main difference between like a self-funded pool like this versus what we're doing now is our rates are based off of our individual claim history. But when you're in a pool like this, it's based off of everybody's claim history. So it's everybody's claim history and everybody gets the same rate increases. So that, you know, can work to your advantage or disadvantage, but that's kind of the main difference between the two. But they do annual renewals, so I mean, we would be renewing it every year anyways. So we can always get the rates for the next year and evaluate if that's something we'd want to continue.
I don't know, to me, it's kind of a no-brainer.
yeah,
And
And-
save $75,000.
better coverage at a cheaper rate. I'm in.
Yeah, and I did reach out to my Walmart direct contacts that I have now. So I gave them the quote that I had to see if maybe they could offer those same rates, because I mean,
Yeah.
it's still Walmart and like, well, you're gonna get that same amount of money either way, like, because if you don't, we're just gonna go through the health pool anyways. And they were supposed to have quotes to me Thursday, and then they were supposed to have them to me yesterday. They were supposed to have them to me this morning, but they still didn't have them ready, so, I don't know when they'll have that quote back to me, but, yeah, they were supposed to have it done last week, but I had to remind them on Monday that I didn't have it yet, so.
I think if you got it, we can try this for a year. If it works, it works.
So they're,
It'll only get better.
it's basically set up for smaller claims under
Yeah.
125,000.
Mhm.
Anything over that is reinsured. I'm looking hard for a downside.
I was too, Tom. And like I said, we're only looking at a yearly deal.
Yeah.
And that's it, yeah, you sign up for a year, you renew after a year.
If it doesn't work, we
so-
can always opt out, but it go
Yeah.
something different. But to me, if this like Corey said, if it keeps going, it's gonna be nothing but benefit from us.
And even if Wellmark does come in, say they came in at the same exact price, this, having it through the pool, you still get a better deal on everything
yeah.
as far as the insured goes. So even if they met the price, you still got better coverage at a cheaper, or the same coverage but at cheaper prices with the pool.
In your conversations, is there anyone who's reporting, like a hardship or anything to the employees, or is there any?
No, like
paperwork issues or anything?
No, they said coverage is great. They said claims are good because claims are, approved and denied by Wellmark because it is through Wellmark. And yeah, they had good things to say about it.
Well, if there was bad comments, you know it.
It's a year commitment, renewable annually?
Yes.
Which we already do.
Which
Take
we
a
do,
motion
yeah.
if-
Which
you
we
take a motion either
which we
way
do
when you're ready.
anyways, yeah.
I would,
No, go for it.
I would move to approve this pool program.
So let's say the motion should be to join the Health Pool of South Dakota with the co-payment plus 3,000 PPO and HDHP 3,500.
Thank you for your wording.
Like what is on here.
Thank you for your wording.
You're welcome.
He's putting words in his mouth.
It's kind of like at home.
We have a motion on the
You'll
table.
get used to it.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
All right. Better put your name in the minutes here.
You don't get to just sit there. You're learning. Shouldn't have said that. Further discussion. My apologies, Jason. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried.
Thank you for your
Thank
research.
you, Heather.
Yes, thank you.
Good job, Heather.
Yeah, you're
You
welcome.
did a lot of work on that. We appreciate it.
Awesome job.
Yeah.
Now the real work begins. Who's got to fill out the paperwork?
Oh, yeah. Now we gotta
We just
do.
need to share the
It's-
blame
yeah,
when you do
it's-
something.
You know, it's-
What do you think, Jason? Should we go to 12?
Sure.
Suppose so.
Okay. Let's do that.
And I do have copies for you. It's the bylaws for it. If you want to read through them, I just printed everybody a copy in case we decided on it.
Thanks, Heather.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, there's Fred,
Hang in there.
Commissioner Carey says it's your turn.
All right.
Gene's locksmith shop was up last week. Took the face off that vault downstairs, took pictures, measurements, and all that for mechanics of putting together new ones. Haven't got anything back from them yet. So that's about all
It's doable though.
yeah. Get the options, I think would be good to do. So.
That's it?
Oh, I've got them.
Really?
The agenda.
Wow.
Unless we go into
That's all
personnel.
we're doing.
That's good
Okay.
for later.
Okay, thank you, Fred. Appreciate it.
I just
Can we-
texted Tim and.
Thanks, Heather.
Yeah.
Thank
You
you.
did say we're ready?
Yep.
Okay.
That was good.
You do the liquor licenses.
You guys want to go to 15 quick and approve the liquor licenses?
Sure.
Yes.
All right, thank you, Andy, good suggestion. Number 15 is the annual liquor license renewals. May I have a motion and a second to approve those?
I move to approve the annual liquor license renewal for Brandon Manor Steakhouse and Saloon, Bezler's Cadillac Ranch, Stonehouse Saloon, Spur Creek Saloon, LLC, Newell Golf Club, and Short Grass Resort.
Second.
Thank you. We have a motion and a second. Further discussion.
I'll
Is
just
there
let you know
any-
that we do check and make sure that there's background checks done, make sure there's no felonies, and they've all paid their property taxes, so we're good to go.
That was my question, thank
Yep,
you.
You're welcome.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Hello, Tim.
How's it going?
Good.
So I can just jump right into the report for October. We had 45 new cases come in, 3 no insurances, 1 driving under revocation, 1 chins, 2 driving under suspensions, 3 grand theft cases, 1 cruelty to animal case, 6 DUIs, and this is for October. 2 indecent exposures, 2 possession of controlled substances, 4 minor tobacco cases. 1, what's that?
We just commented about the,
Indecent
I
exposure.
didn't know that was a thing anymore. Okay.
It still is.
I didn't know it was trending.
Yeah, I guess they're bringing it back, but commission of a felony while armed with a firearm, we had 1 of those, 1 fugitive from justice, 5 simple assault domestic violence cases, 1 stalking, 3 intentional damage to property cases, 3 minor consumption of alcohol, 1 no driver's license, 1 reckless driving, 1 obstructed plates, 1 trespassing, and 1 failure to appear. There's obviously, traffic tickets, things like that just get paid that they'll never make it to our office unless they get contested. So a pretty busy month of October. I don't know if there's any questions on that. It's nothing, pretty standard, I guess. And then Annie and I had talked, I don't know if it got sent out, but there was Karen Hunt does our, basically represents the children in any A&N cases, and we had her on a contract, basically a retainer, to do that, and she does it for $1,250 a month. She flat fees all the attorney fees related to that. I think it's a good idea to renew it. We didn't, I think it's a good deal for the county, and Karen, I talked to her, she said she's still willing to do it. She's willing to do it at that rate. She didn't ask for an increase or anything, so I don't know.
I didn't have that to send to them, but
Okay.
it's pretty standard and nothing changed, right?
Yeah, no, nothing changed, so it's the same one that we signed back in 2022, or that the county did, that was approved. And we can send it out if you want to see it before we vote on it, I guess. And
it's for you to sign, right? Who
I
signs
think,
it?
I think you sign it, I sign it, and the chair of the commissioner signs it, so. Actually, I don't think I even sign it. I think it'd just be James, Annie, and then Karen would sign it. So.
I assume we get our money's worth out of that. That seems pretty reasonable.
Yeah, it is, and I think it's a good deal. She does a good job. Some months we have a lot of court, some months we have less, but she does a good job representing the kids, and then we know that we have her, so that helps, especially with the, getting people to do that.
Is that a 3-year agreement then, I'm assuming?
I think
That's what it was.
It was, yeah, and and she said she was fine doing the same thing. So I guess if we can lock her in for another 3 years, the same rate, I think it's a good deal.
So I assume we just need a motion to authorize, I move to authorize James to sign the contract for representation of James and Andy of Indigenous Life.
We have a motion on the table, do we have a second?
Second.
Oh, broke stride there. We have a motion and a second. Further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
The last thing I have is we got our diversion fiscal incentive check for this year. It was $33,000. That's from sending minors basically through diversion programs that there's an incentive to do that. Obviously, it's good for the kids, you know, it's good for the system, the judicial system, that we can, you know, get some of these kind of minor offenses, first-time offenders, or deal with them through the diversion programs rather than through the court system. And so there is a benefit to that. I know Annie and I visited with her a little bit because teen court kind of got bumped off of the opioid settlement money, possibly looking at maybe giving teen court, you know, some more money out of that diversion program fund, because I've really focused on sending as many cases as we can that fit that criteria through those programs, especially since we have that incentive from the state to do it. So I've kind of put a lot of kids through those programs this last year. Our money, actually, you know, our fiscal incentive payment was, I think, the highest it's been.
Yeah.
So
I mean, the average, I think we looked, it was like 17,000.
yeah, and those programs are there for that. So that's, I guess, why I'm not sure why we weren't sending more earlier. It, you know, it wasn't my call, but now that it is, if the cases and the minors are the right people to send, I'm just sending them. And as long as we have programs to take them and they do a good job with these kids, we don't see a lot of them back. You know, I mean, some, but a lot of them we never hear from again. So I think it's a good program, and there's, I think that if we could give a little bit of support to our local teen court, that's something we should think about. I don't know that it would be something that we'd probably address till towards the end of the year, but I think that we should put it on maybe for the last meeting of the year to talk about and see what we want to do, if anything.
So why'd they pull teen court out of the opioid?
You know, it was some of the it was basically just language in there that tied it directly to basically opioid use and abuse. And the teen court program, although you could argue it's kind of a preemptive type program, we weren't sending those type of cases there. So it kind of got them, basically they kind of got bumped out because they didn't meet that strict criteria, that opioid settlement.
We have to report it every year, what we're using, the amount of money we get in and what we're using it for. So we allocate all of ours out. We don't use it in Butte County for anything. We just send it to those 4 entities. And then we added compassion cover, but took off teen court because they just weren't meeting that criteria that they set for those opioid funds. But this, you know, we get this money because we send kids through these diversion programs. So ABC is one of them. The teen court.
Northern Hills Diversion.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then Northern Hills Diversion and ABC do get opioid funds, but teen court doesn't.
Right.
So it's important that this all goes back to
right.
those programs.
Yeah. Well, yeah. At least
heavier towards teen court than since.
Right. And we do allocate additional money to ABC. You know, during that budget session, we budget some money. We budget $5,000 for teen court, but we're getting more back than what we're actually giving them in this case.
Yep. So I just thought it'd be something to, you know, put on the radar so we can address it once we get, you know, towards the end of the year. I think is the best way to do it.
At least until 2027, because of the way we've already done our budget for teen court is $5,000. So at the end of the year, we'll do a motion to do an additional funding, just kind of like what we don't do with the fire department.
But other than that, I don't have anything else for today. Just obviously looking forward to the courtroom getting done, but it's working out okay to do everything at City Hall for now. It's nice they let us use their building, but it'll be nice to just be able to walk upstairs. Yeah.
You got about another month.
Yeah, that's what I heard. But other than that, yeah, I don't have anything else for today.
So do you see an advantage of having court services in this building? Do you?
I don't know where we would get
right
the
here.
room. Right here.
Right next door.
You know, for us, we don't I guess you'd have to ask them, and maybe ask, because we don't, our relationship with court services is usually, we just, once something's done, we electronically send them everything they ask for as far as information on the defendants, and then most of our communication is, just electronic, and all our documents transfer that way. So, I mean, to me, I'm pretty neutral. It wouldn't really matter to us one way or the other, so I would say whatever's best for the county and whatever's best for court services. I don't have an opinion on it. It really doesn't matter to us, because like I said, everything we do with them, it's someone gets sentenced, they say, can you send us the file? It all goes electronically. So, not a whole lot of opinion on that.
We are having that discussion with them, so just an FYI.
Yeah. Okay.
Could happen, probably will happen, actually.
Okay. Well, that's...
But we wanted some input from you guys.
Yeah, to me, I'll make whatever work. It really doesn't affect us a whole lot. So.
We should be good neighbors.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, they're not.
They're not let us know.
Yeah.
We're talking about maybe moving into that big room where you were at.
Oh yeah, in the Don Pratt building down there.
And commissioners take the big room.
Okay.
And meet there, and then we'll remodel this.
Okay. Well, whatever is best for you guys is fine by me, so.
It's got to do with money.
Yeah, well, doesn't everything?
Everything has to do with money.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's,
Tim, we're gonna have a special meeting on the 20th to discuss some of that, if you're available.
Yep.
That would be nice.
Yep, I'll be here, so.
9:30.
9:30.
Since you resided there a while, you might
I'll
have
send you
some
the agenda. Either
positives
I
or
will
negatives of the building, so.
Yeah, no, I can certainly be there, so I'll plan on it.
If I may, one of the questions, was there ever a problem with the elevator while you were there?
When I was there, I think they had to do some work on it once. I know that's the thing that is always kind of to be ADA compliant, you gotta have that elevator working. It's an old elevator, so that's something that could definitely be an issue. Obviously I'm not an expert on elevators, but I know they're expensive to fix and expensive to maintain. So that's something that you definitely would want addressed in your lease, for sure. I mean, that has to be part of it. That thing's gotta be up and running, so.
But you only had maybe one instance?
I only remember it being down one time, but it was down for a while because, I mean, I think they have to order parts. I mean, it's kind of its own industry. Yeah, I mean, when they got to get parts for those things, it takes time, and it's not cheap. So that's definitely something to, I guess for all parties to consider.
Thank you for the input.
Yeah, that's all I got, so.
Thank you, Tim.
Yep, thank you.
Appreciate it. Have a good one.
Yep, you too.
Do you have that contract you want to give us? Is it there for us to sign?
I'll have to update it
Okay.
since it's been approved, but I'll update it and then I can get it out. Okay.
Jason, should we go to Annie?
I believe so.
All right.
Okay, I have a short one this time. So my activity report is
That's
a couple of
short?
things. My activity report is
Oh.
short. Okay, so you want to go now?
I'm just gonna sit here.
The 2023-2024 legislative audit, they have left our building, so they have moved on to lead school, so we should be getting that report. I'd say probably in December, they'll come to one of our meetings and get their report of the legislative audit. And then Krinda and I attended the election workshop last week in Pierre, and apparently Monet Johnson was there and got in trouble for not being at another meeting. She was at our election workshop. She got some heated, anyway, fun stuff. So we got a little bit more information on the new system. They're upgrading the voter registration system, so we had some training on that. And that is supposed to go live December 12th. So 12/12 will be our new registration system will be up and hopefully running smoothly. We'll be testing for the next month. And then that will start our whole new election process, which starts January 1st of next year. We did get the election calendar for next year's election, and then we've also got the election calendar for the school and the cities. I told you, I think that I did meet with the schools and the cities, and they have elected to combine with us, so all of their elections will be combined on our ballot. So they had the choice of either conjoining with us, so having it on the same day in the same location, but having their own ballots, or combining with us, same days, same ballot. So a little bit more work for us, not a lot. So now I'll be working with Tim on the agreement, the combined agreement. So that'll be coming to you soon. And I'm trying to figure out how to work compensation for us. So they'll have to pay for us to have a certain amount for us to run their elections.
50-50 split seems fair to me.
Well, I was thinking of doing it by race. However many races they have on the ballot, there'll be an amount for each race. Because I really don't have to, if we're combined, I don't have to have more election workers. I don't have to, I just have to print, might have more ballots, depending on this, how they're split out. There's some more expenses to us. They have to take care of their own publications because they have different dates than we do right now. So they would have to take care of all that themselves. It sounds like the schools want to join on the primary so that their board is set before school starts, and their fiscal year is July through June. And then the city is leaning towards doing their elections in November because of budget reasons. Their budget follows ours, so that hopefully their council people will be able to take part in the whole budget process rather than come in partway through it. Which that's fine with me, whatever works. I have to have election both times anyway.
So they would skip their May election and go to
Yep.
a November election?
Legally, they cannot have an April election anymore. They have to choose the primary or the general election. They have to choose a June or November date.
They want a November date.
The cities.
So they'll have to make some special arrangements to keep their councilmen in office from May till November.
Well, they will be swearing their new people in probably the first meeting in December now. They won't be doing that in May anymore.
Right, but their
Yeah.
term, there'll be some of them
Yeah.
have terms that are up in May,
Yes. There will.
which is their problem. But
Yeah,
Well-
they won't have an election next year. It's an off election year, so they have a year and a half to figure all that out.
We had a good discussion about this Thursday night at the learning meeting, and there's a lot of unintended consequences to this action the legislature took. When you look at having another entity or two on our ballots, the canvassing part of it, all that is really affected. So there's a lot of logistics to be worked out there, I think, with.
who will canvass, will they still canvass their elections?
I think that's
Will
gonna
we
be,
have to do that?
That's gonna be in the agreement, so we'll figure that, the terms of that agreement will say that, if they, once we canvass our votes, they're sealed and they can only be unsealed with the judge's order. So they would have to either come and do the canvass at the same time as us, or have a representative here, or there's a lot of logistics like that to figure out. We don't know for sure. But it's nothing hasn't been done before.
What was their
They've always
intention?
been able to do that.
Is their intention to increase voter turnout?
Yes.
And is that?
Because there's been such a very poor turnout for school board elections, a lot of city elections.
Yes.
If you have them the same time as other elections, obviously people will be more incentivized to be there and vote.
Yep, that's right. So we're figuring it out, but a lot will depend on that agreement as soon as we get that ready to go. I am meeting with the schools and cities again in December, so we'll go over that agreement at that time.
So Annie, so we would have a primary in June.
Mm-hmm.
The city won't.
Correct.
They won't have one till the following year, so we have to now run that election too? And normally we
No.
would normally not have an election in 2020.
Yep. We won't,
Seven.
I don't have to run the elections where we don't have an election, so it's still only gonna be on even years.
Okay.
They'll run their own on
Okay.
odd years. They'll combine with us
Gotcha.
on even years. Yes.
Okay. I
But
was
they
thinking,
still have to pick June or November, even on the years they're not with us. They have to pick those 2 dates.
Well, then you think about within the city, different wards being in different county
Yep.
commissioner districts.
That's where additional ballots might come in.
And then other school districts in more than one county. It'll be fun, but it's your headache.
Yeah.
right, so for example, Tom's right, my district would include Ward 3, 4, 2, and maybe 1.
But not all of them. But not all of that ward, right?
No, but it could get the corners of all
Yes.
4 of those.
So we would have to have a ballot for each of the wards. Because only these people in this ward get to vote on that council person. If they're in, the
Ninth
line is in Ward 2,
precincts in
then only a certain number of people get that ballot. So that's,
Sounds like
that's
a
why-
nightmare.
That's why I'm thinking of doing the cost to the cities and schools based on races. So if they have 3 races, it's $1,000 per race. You know,
Yeah.
that's just a number. I threw
The
out
old
there.
community hall might not be big enough.
Well, I don't think
That's the other thing we talked about.
I don't think it
yeah.
would be big enough if we were just conjoined, like if we're just doing them on the same day, because then they have to have their own tables and they have to have their own space. As it is, we'll have the same amount of precincts, but each precinct will have additional ballots. And they already do.
And
because
different
now
ballots.
We have the federal ballot, so that's something new that we'll
And
have.
end up going to the armory and on the basketball floor.
Well, yeah.
I'm just saying,
I was thinking rec center. The gym,
same
something.
difference, yeah.
But for now, I think if we combine, we'll be okay with the space we have. Something else I kind of talked to Chad a little bit about during that election workshop, the disability group was there and talked about requirements for polling locations for ADA compliance. So I kind of reached out to Chad because they said they would come and do inspections of our polling places to make sure we were compliant. And they do on election day anyway, but I thought maybe they could come and check out Morale Hall and see what needs to be done in order to get it compliant and make that a polling location again.
That's in where?
Castle Rock.
Castle Rock. Because you had brought up some concerns that it was no longer a polling location.
Yeah.
Now they have to go to Newell.
There's people that are driving 40, 50 miles to get to Newell by the road.
I see.
Is that because of restrooms and stuff or what?
We were never told when it was shut down. We were just told it's no longer a polling place.
Really?
That was done right before I came,
That's kinda,
so.
don't tell you why, but it's done.
My understanding is because it didn't have indoor plumbing. So the election workers have to stay there and work that, between the time the polls open and the time the polls close. So they're not really supposed to leave to go outside the building and use the restroom. That's why I don't, try not to have election workers that smoke. They're not supposed to go outside. So, that's my understanding. Again, it happened before I was here. I know that at one point they needed to put in a ramp and that happened. That wasn't all that needed to happen, I think. So,
Well, that was
anyway.
the first time they tried to get rid of it, and so we took care of the issues, and then
Yeah.
this came up again a second time.
So I have this person come and they said they come to potential polling locations or current locations and do their inspections, so I just reached out to Chad and see if they were interested in maybe doing that. I don't think we have time to do it before the 2026 election. We have to.
Probably not, because we have to set that
in January.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have to set those polling locations.
So if you
But
didn't
it's a
have,
start.
if you didn't have that, where would they go to Newell?
Yeah.
Yes. Or they could come to our office and vote prior to the election.
But they can still do an absentee request.
Yeah, that's what.
Yes, yes, you can still do that.
So the world's not ending.
We're working on some of that stuff, but
No, it just, that some of those people have to drive that far to, I mean, and it's even further to come in here and do a early
Yeah.
voting deal, so
just like if they're in town already.
don't want to hinder them from voting or not. Nope.
There'll be another election workshop that the auditors are putting on in a couple weeks, and I'm sending Brenda to that one. I will be in sunny Arizona, so.
I assume there'll be a lot of workshops coming with all these changes.
Yeah. And there'll be some online webinars and training and kind of group meetings and,
Good luck.
yeah, that's why Corey's all set up to do things on his own now. He doesn't have to listen to it all.
He's still smiling.
So, that's took me a little longer than I thought it would, but next I have on here is the 2025 payable 2026 levies. I'm one error away from submitting those and getting them approved by the Department of Revenue. I have a pretty good idea of what those numbers are, but I won't give that to you until it gets approved. And then I'll give you some graphs on like how the levies go up and down by town and the schools. Looks like some of them are going up. We do have those 3 additional TIFs in there now, so that just really is lowering the growth. So more to come on that, but really, really, really close. I got all my stuff in before my deadline. I'm just waiting. There's one problem with the system. It's not, something on the back end needs to be fixed. And the next thing I have is the annual Butte Lawrence County Fair Agreement. So this is just an annual agreement that we do every year, and there's no changes to it. So we just need approval.
So in reading that agreement, Butte County is responsible for watering the roads, gravel, things like that.
Yeah, the highway department does that.
Yes, we do, and at a fair board meeting, we had some discussion about it, and some of the Lawrence County individuals thought maybe we needed to be doing a little more, and so I said, well, we use our equipment, we do what we can, but by all means, if you guys want to send a water truck down, employees to help. And they were then okay with what we do, so I think we're good.
Well, I'm just looking at this financing too, that's not right, because we give fair $10,000.
Right, 7,500, and then that 2,500, which, from my understanding, the reason that they gave 10, we did 7,500 was because of the extra stuff that our employees do. But then apparently there were some complaints that we weren't even equal, and so they added that extra 2,500 in. I remember what it was, like maintenance stuff, and so they changed what they
Supplies.
called it, and, so.
I remember that. So we added that. We wanted Lawrence County to put in an additional 2,500 too, and that was, Chad's right, that was for repair and maintenance. That's why we did that, and Lawrence County declined, but Butte County went ahead and added the additional funds that we thought that were needed.
And I can kind of see the other side of that. I mean, those are our assets that they would be paying to maintain, so I get that, but.
So we're good on the road?
I think we are good on the road.
I certainly hope so.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can I ask, what's the percentage of applicants or entries between Butte County and Lawrence County? Is it 50-50?
Oh, no, I would say it's probably closer to 66-33 or even 75-25.
Butte County.
Have more, yeah.
So there's your 75-25
Yeah, I mean,
Cost.
there's definitely more Butte County kids going to the fair. But yeah, I think the agreement looks good.
Is that a motion?
Well, I'll have them change that to 10,000, because it says a sum of no more than 7,500, and we do give them 10,000.
But it's
Well,
split. We give them 75 and 25.
But it doesn't split it out in here, though. It doesn't say 7,500 here. It says Butte
I thought it said
County.
in,
The way that we had originally set that up was that 2,500 was could only be utilized if we got like an expenditure invoice or something like that.
yeah.
That's
So I
not
think
how
we
it
should-
reads?
It says, Butte County hereby agrees to contribute a sum of no more than $7,500 per year to the Butte Lawrence County Fair Board to be used for the establishment and maintenance of the Butte Lawrence County Fair.
Yes, the same as the 10,000, but then we give them that additional 2,500.
But that's just not in here.
Yeah, that's, because we always budget the 10 for them, it's just
Right.
what it counts.
But the county and the highway department in particular covers watering the road,
Yeah.
whatever.
We cover that expense. It's our property. Or
And we insure it and all that stuff.
our road anyway.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think it's good. I would move to, what do we have
Us too.
here? To authorize James and Annie to sign the Lawrence County Fair Agreement.
We have a motion on the table to authorize chairman and our auditor to sign the Butte Lawrence County Fair Agreement for 2026.
Second.
Motion and a second. Further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Okay, the next thing I had was, we have been sending out, more of these liens. We happened to come across one from 2006, I think it was, 2007, that got sent to collections, but they never received a bill. We've looked at it, we have no proof that, we don't have a judgment of conviction showing that they were supposed to be paying anything, so we are asking that this be dismissed, this lien be dismissed, because we have no documentation.
No record.
Right, exactly. I have the file here, and there's just nothing in here that shows what they were supposed to pay or why they were supposed to pay it, so we're asking you to dismiss this.
Court has
lien.
no record on
Right,
it either.
right. Did we get that from them? Yeah. Nope, we've done our research on this, and there's just nothing.
Oops.
This isn't the one with the family that adopted the
Nope.
kids.
This is completely different.
This is a totally different.
That's been paid, by the way.
Oh, good.
That's all done. That was,
That's good. I mean, we talked about that quite a bit.
the Department of Social Services actually paid that.
Oh, that's good.
Can't really, I suppose, make them pay something that we don't have proof they own.
That's the only
Don't know
reason
it
I
at that
brought it to
point.
you.
I guess I would move to dismiss the lien for juvenile DR.
I'll second that.
Motion and second to dismiss the lien for juvenile DR in the said amount. Discussion? Yes.
I'm a little disappointed that our court system doesn't have a record of this, and now we have to eat the bill. That's it.
Duly noted.
We could buy chairs for the courtroom for
That's paid for 3 chairs.
Well, the interest on it was,
25%, that paid for more.
the interest on it was $2,000.
It's just kind of,
It ended up,
Half the chairs.
it's just kind of sad
we
it
don't
would
get
go
the
through.
interest back.
Anything would go through.
Collection agency gets all interest.
I mean,
But anyway,
But
thank you for that, and it's not gonna happen very often, but once in a while, we're gonna come
Yeah.
across, because we're doing this, we're kind of backdating all this stuff, and going back and sending stuff out from 20 years ago. Just occasionally, we're gonna come across something like this. But legally, I have to bring it to you guys to remove the lien. All right.
We didn't vote yet.
Oh, sorry. Oh.
And he's trying to move right along.
have a lot of stuff.
There's so much I could say about that lead. How did we even get to a lead process without paperwork?
What,
Yeah.
complicates it more that this is a juvenile.
But something had to come from them to you.
Unless those records get locked because of the juvenile.
Anyway, whatever happened, it happened.
Something like that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Nobody else?
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Okay.
All right. So next I have the project boundary fence agreement. So this is an agreement for them to do that second assessment, security assessment. And as I said, they plan to do that the first week in December. We need to sign this agreement before they do that assessment.
Need a motion to,
Who signs that, Annie? You do.
Appears that way.
Yes, me, just me and you.
Take a motion to authorize Annie to sign the agreement.
I move that we authorize Annie to sign the Dakota State security assessment agreement.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to authorize Annie to sign a security assessment agreement. Discussion?
There's no cost, correct? But is there incidental expenses that we might incur?
Nope. They send us the equipment, we hook it up, they monitor it from where they're at, and then they'll give us a report.
And they
At least
actually,
last time there was no
Tom, when I went to the
No, this is a free
meeting in
service.
here, they actually said if we need firewall servers and that, they provide those too, at no cost.
They've got to use it.
Yeah. It's good
It's some
service.
state money.
I think so.
That's why I pushed it so hard to get,
We have a motion, we do have a motion and a second, right?
yep.
Yeah.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Well, it's good to know that our taxpayer-funded colleges are doing something for us.
For free.
Oh, did I say that on?
You did.
Um,
Did we vote? We did.
Yeah,
didn't we?
we all said
Okay.
aye. Next thing I have is a quote from Hills Interiors to replace some flooring in the dispatch room. They've had, I think it's wear and tear from chairs going back and forth across it, but we had some flooring left from our job over at the admin building when we replaced it in the basement. So if you look at that first line, that 14 cartons, you'll see there's a price of 0. That's because that's that leftover flooring, and then the additional line there is what they needed to additionally to complete that flooring.
Do we not need that flooring in case we flood again?
Well,
They've got
Roll the
a,
dice?
yeah, I mean, either way, we'd either have to buy it for the dispatch, or if we need it again for our office, then we'd have to buy it then.
I've got a question about that. So like flooring in the dispatch, they usually want to make sure it's either sprayed or make sure it's anti-static.
Yeah, I know that Julia and
So you-
Katie have been working with Hills Interior
Okay.
So
on
they
their
can
needs.
spray it with something.
Well, I think they can, they
Yeah,
can
some
spray.
electrostatic spray.
Because otherwise you.
Like a maintenance type deal where every
I
3
think
months.
they can test it, it's not that often. I used to work in a manufacturing plant, we had to have it, so they can just test it every once in a while to see if it needs an additional spray. I don't think it's, maybe every few years or something.
As Jada, we had to hook her up to a ground wire when she was dispatching.
Yeah, when I worked at Datcom, I had to do that.
I mean, Jada would, if she didn't have her ground, she'd touch the screen, she'd knock on the monitor out.
They have protective mats?
They do, they might need to get some new ones, I don't know where they're at, that would come out of their budget, out of
Okay.
the building budget. But this is out of the building budget.
So even with.
This comes out of the building budget.
Yes.
They need the protective. I was looking at that and I thought with the vinyl, I didn't think there'd be an issue on the warranty, but
Yeah.
I guess it is.
So, I just like your approval on this one.
And their flooring down there is,
It's
Yes.
bad.
I can't remember what it looked like, yeah.
It's bad.
It has been bad for a while.
Well, it's been in a long time.
Yeah.
How long has it been in?
Oh,
Maybe Sheriff knows.
Fred, when did we put that flooring in dispatch? Was Dallas still here?
No, it's after that, but it's
Scott?
probably been 10 years.
Yeah, I was gonna say at least 10 years.
Yeah, it gets a lot of miles on it.
It's just better quality than you originally put in.
Well, I think what's in there now is that wood?
Yeah, it's that vinyl planks.
Laminate.
So this will hopefully hold up better than.
Yeah, and then honestly, like I say, for much traffic as that gets in that small area, it's done very well. Gotta
Move
have
we
that
accept
kind
this.
of a backing with that kind of flooring, just so you don't have static, because all the electronics.
Yeah, we just,
Move we accept this proposal from Hills Interior.
Second.
Motion and second to accept the proposal from Hills Interior. Further discussion?
So you did, Carrie?
Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Is that a right away deal? They'll get to it?
Yeah, I'll just let Julia and Katie know that it was approved, and then they'll set up the scheduling for it.
They
Get it
can
done.
work around them.
Yeah.
Since you asked that discussion.
So the next thing I have is, I have an indigent burial request
yeah, I saw that.
from Leverington.
Is that 5?
What's that?
Is that 5 this year?
I
6?
think it's 6.
Six.
Wow.
Yeah. So we're at 12,000, and I think we budgeted 5.
Just
That-
shot again.
Now, that'll be one we have to, well, we knew that because we increased.
Oh, is that still the low? Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
we,
next year.
yeah,
it's low,
yeah.
I move to approve the indigent burial request.
Second.
Motion and second to approve the indigent burial request. Further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
That's it. That's all I got.
Okey dokey. We've done
Hardly
15.
anything, right?
Number 16, may I have a motion and a second, please, to go into executive session for personnel 125-2-1.
So move. Go into executive session, personnel 125-21.
Second.
Motion and second.
I'm gonna run downstairs. for a
Discussion,
second.
hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We'll wait for you. Motion carried. We'll go upstairs into that.
Okay. Oh, my God.
This one is for,
Well, if you need me, I'll.
sorry.
I
Well,
just didn't know.
so maybe as HR, I think we'll have it around.
Okay.
Just
I don't know if it matters either way, I guess, so might as well.
I think.
Well, in case there's an HR.
Yeah, there might be.
Okay.
There might be.
Yeah.
If you don't mind.
No problem.
And did, I'll ask her.
Oh, the room?
Yeah, I think it's safe.
Little one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, can't use the jury room. Nope.
Do you want to stay here if you want? Keep an eye on Sue. She's a bit rowdy.
I have to watch what I say, because I've been condemned for doing nothing, but I was condemned by association.
All right, I'm gonna take this, see this with me. See you later, hopefully it doesn't take too long.
we're being good.
You know, people tell me they're being good. I have to question their motives.
It's because I've been condemned for nothing I did, but just being with two other guys. Well, the commissioner's all working on it. Yes, I was condemned. For what Dale said.
And they'll be Dale.
I know. He went and apologized. He went and apologized for whatever I'm trying to say. I'm just always in the mix. You know, I used to come to the courthouse and the auditor's office was in this corner over here. Jeff Buzz was the auditor. Here comes trouble.
Like that, huh?
Yes.
I like giving you crap.
Yeah. I wish I hadn't taken all those cookies out to Tammy's. We'd have a little snack while we were there. But I didn't get any more made, so. So you're liking the job?
I am. More in line with what I went to school for and everything, so.
And you live here anyway?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I live on the 11th where they're doing all that construction right in front of my house right now. It's a pain trying to get out of a hole in front of my house. And then there's a pile of dirt right at the end of my driveway, so I had to.
Invent a way to get out.
Yeah, pretty much. Just try to tell my kids with the record, like, watch that hole, make sure I stay away from it.
They have so much street work to do in this town, they just let it go like county let the roads go.
Yeah, it'd be nice when it's done.
Yeah.
It's a pain right now. It's gonna be a sleepy mess there this winter.
Usually there's several in our little group that come, but I said, I'm a big girl. I can take the guff if there is any. I think more for the public should come to these and know what's going on.
Yeah.
This and city and school and whatever. So I'm too old to do it all anymore. Once enough.
Yeah. Kinda keeps you in the loop.
But it gives me, yeah, something to do with that. I gave him a break today. I really didn't have anything to say. So. I don't think they always listen anyway, so. Or if they do, it doesn't seem like it.
I feel like that's kind of a thing. Form of government.
Yeah.
It's like, sometimes it seems like.
People don't like politics, and I understand that, but, you know, taxes keep going up, you need to say something. I mean, it takes numbers, just one or two people can't make them change much. But if you have this place packed, they might think about things.
Yeah.
And then there's my Bible study ladies. Oh, I can't do what you do. Yes, you can.
Something's showing up. Yeah, my dad will have a crap. He's on city council. You know, it's done. It's like, no, you don't. You'll have another term in you. You've been saying that since your first term. You
Yeah.
just keep going.
Yeah, I thought maybe he was gonna, he's still there.
Yeah.
And I see Clark's back.
Yep. I saw you got back in.
Yeah, I didn't know he got beat out, but I think he wanted in. Well, we're kind of cousins. He thinks we're cousins. We're not. My mother's sister married a Sowers, married his dad's brother, so that doesn't make us cousins, but he thinks we are, so I just don't get what. But I did call his mother Aunt Millie. But, we don't always agree, but we can at least talk about it, and that's the way it should be. One of these meetings went to like 2 o'clock.
Yeah, I was here. That was a long one.
I had to leave and go get my great grandson goes to school, and I had to go get him from school at 12:30. So, but I went home and pulled it up on my computer. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was a long one.
Yeah. Depends on how long you're there.
That was the one where like, oh, we'll be quick, and it was over an hour up there.
Yeah, I think they did say quick, yeah. They keep having them, so it's like, I mean, I can guess, but I don't know, but.
Yeah.
So are you ready to do the meeting next time?
That's about as ready as I'm gonna be. Apparently now I have 2 I gotta do.
Yeah, yeah. You'll do just fine. I think Becky's done it, and there's certain things she doesn't know, and you just have to move on without that. Or wait till another meeting, whatever, but yeah.
Yeah.
I know that we had county boards and Stan Harms was my boss in assessor's office, and he was gonna retire, so they had to have, everybody complained, that day, and so he let me do it, but he was there in case I needed to, So, I don't really remember it much. I don't remember there being that big a deal, but that was a long time ago.
Yeah. It's kind of all new. This dynamic's kind of all new.
But it's all pretty new to you.
I've been in the politics, political meetings and all that prior to really starting here.
Well, I think you probably go to meetings because she needs you when she isn't here, so you need to know kind of.
Yeah, she told me when I got hired that I needed at least through until they kind of get through the ones that I got to run, come to all of them, just so I can kind of really get the gist
That's
of
good
it.
though, yeah.
Learn it.
And they're a pretty good bunch of guys. They only get ornery at me sometimes. So how is your dad doing? Okay.
Doing pretty good. Still staying busy. Guess I just got back from Buffalo. Why won't be here this last on Sunday? Went there for the weekend.
So he's keeping busy.
Always on. Road's always hot. We have that light 360 so I can track where he's at.
Oh.
Track us. Always getting dad left. Dad's home. Dad left. It's like
I won't let my kids put me out. I got something from Lacey, 'cause the first I knew about Indianapolis, they were tracking Charlie and she was still at home. Oh, she's at the DQ and she's not supposed to be there. And something was said, and it's like, I'll just tell you when I get home from, like, out of town, I'll just text when I'm home. To follow me. Not that I go anywhere, but.
yeah, my sister, she lives in Waterford City. And he'd go up there and they put him on that light 360 so they can track and go back and forth. And so we kinda got on it. And he's in there so we can track it too. And they were kinda tracking me when I was traveling for work. See where I was at.
There's good to it, but there's just a little, yeah. No, I think it's good to have it on your teenagers.
Yeah.
Some teenage, I mean, my dad wouldn't have to worry about me, I went to school and home.
Yeah,
I'd be
well,
home for chores, so.
I got one that's a couple of years he'll be driving, so we're gonna have it on him tracking.
Yeah, I think I would now, and especially nowadays, things are so different.
They currently have like smart watches, their phones. Their watches are their phones. They can only call certain people, so like us. We can track them with that.
Okay.
So actually, this last weekend we were in Walmart. He thought he took his watch off, lost it. Was freaking out at Walmart trying to. I don't know what I did with it. It's gone. I took it off to wash my hands, and now it's gone. So we're searching for it, and then finally we're like, well, let's just track it. We forgot we could track it.
Oh.
So she gets on her phone and looks it up. She's like, oh, it says it's at home.
Because I thought with TJ, Robbie's son, I wanted to order that kid because he's been in trouble with him. But I thought all he has to do is just leave his phone at home or leave it in his car and go with somebody. So, and I don't know if he ever did that. I never asked. I just didn't want to know some of that stuff.
Yep. Doesn't take much. But kids are clever enough to figure these little things out.
More thing, yeah.
Sometimes are smart enough now, they can hack the system and be like, put me at this location, and they'll still have their phone somewhere else, so if you call it, they can still answer, but it's saying they're there, and they might be.
And I'm sure TJ could do that. I wouldn't have a clue how to do any of that. My kids have to get me set up to do anything.
My in-laws are that way. If you get a new phone, like, here, fix it, make it simple. My dad.
Here's my pictures. If you want them, you send them to yourself. Yeah.
My dad, on the other hand, he takes his phone, he's all over it, messes around, he's more tech savvy. He's not asking for help as much.
I'm a little better on my computer. I just can do stuff there that I can't.
Well, I kind of just laugh about it. My dad's like older than her parents, and he's more tech savvy than they are. It's like your parents are just too scared to even try anything. Oh, this popped up. Can't touch anything else because I want you to look. Just figure it out.
Yeah.
You mess it up, then you can always go fix it. We can fix it. Someone can fix it.
Well, I don't understand this signal, this group that I'm with. And I just gave Travis my phone and so I have no idea how it's set up. But then it's also set up now with Signal, so I can use that to talk to Molly. Whatever. But I think this modern technology, you know, Jess will call with the, whatever you call it. We can see each other.
Like FaceTime.
FaceTime, yeah. Well, she has to call to do that, but then I get to see Lydia. She's just a year old, so that's my great granddaughter. So that's fun.
Yeah.
Which we never used to have or could use. So a lot of it's good, but
Yeah, when I was traveling, they did a lot of that. The nights that could get more talking about counting FaceTime. With my wife and the kids and see them every night before bed.
that's the next best thing. I mean,
Yeah.
come on, you guys. Did I put down 11:20? I'm supposed to go to the chiropractor, and I said, well, now one meeting lasted till 2, so I don't go till, they decided maybe 3:30 would work. Didn't you go up to one of the executive sessions?
No, just a few.
Yeah. Annie's just getting ready to take her job. That's what she told us the other night. She was hoping that you, when she decided to retire, but she didn't say when that was. Yeah.
Talking about elections, she's like, yep, I gotta run again. Are you running against me? No, not yet.
Not yet, not yet. That wouldn't be too wise right now. Not unless you knew you could win.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
Well, she said she didn't have any opposition when she first time. I can't remember.
I'm fine after my brother forgetting his own.
Yeah.
So.
I sometimes do too. I hope some of those ballots back east go the right way. Glad I don't live in New York and New Jersey and wherever. Check my phone every once in a while. That's when my family, you can't get a hold of them. You know Tuesdays.
Alright, just I'll get you, go to here first and see first though. I'm
Yeah.
sitting right there.
Oh, I'm sure they, Tammy wouldn't even do that. They don't call me that often. But you never know, every once in a while.
Thank you.
I could take a nap. All this time change, I never get used to it, girl. It takes a while.
Yeah, but finally start getting used to it, it changes right back.
I don't care which way they go, just leave it alone.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't like to get up when it's dark. Just- it goes up and ask, but, so we kinda know when we're waking up and we're going to bed, about when to get home. I don't do it very much, but she calls her mom a lot. So, but she is coming, she's been over there for over a year. She's coming home for Christmas. She'll be in the States the first part of December, coming in for Christmas, so that'll be nice. She was over there for Christmas last year.
Yeah.
I thought, you could be a missionary right here in the States. I guess this is personality, no, it isn't you.
Yep.
Or probably isn't you, or you'd be up without. I guess they could go up there without me.
Yeah. Get my taste. Hope it's not the pain that we did. It's not that's.
I have an idea, but nope, these commissioners don't say anything, and they're not supposed to, so I think I know what it is. But then they'll come down and say, no action.
Yep.
You have to have a license to sell cider. That must be hard. I don't know anything about that kind of stuff, so.
Don't know a whole lot either.
I know that my dad had a cider press in Tammy has it now. They got apple trees, so they, I don't know if they did a lot of cider, but they kind of rised up, they put it down in the barn. And so when they go to clean up, they can just spray it. It's instead of like the shop floor, then you got to clean the shop floor. And pretty simple clean out there. Sometimes I was down out there one day, and they decided to do a few, and it wasn't that much. Maybe had 3 or 4 gallons or something, so did a little of it. Pretty simple. Well, I guess people had good apple crops this year. All that rain.
It's all, it's, I don't think my in-laws got their tree branches very well. I don't think my in-laws tree branches very well. It seemed like they got a hold on. Maybe they didn't have to pick them in, I don't know. They decided they weren't gonna, I don't know.
I don't know much about it, but I know that Tammy would joke that she'd go turn the water on the trees, and when she didn't have the water on, Scott would do it, so they got double water. I think it made a big difference, they had big apples.
Yeah.
And with all the rain too. And then her onions are just huge.
Wow.
And potatoes, some of those were, just monsters.
Well, I tried to do carrots one time, in summer. Tried growing carrots. End of the season, they were about that big. That's all she got. She had about 2 dozen carrots about that big. It's like, yeah, they didn't grow.
Tammy had a lot of carrots, but she just planted them, she didn't really thin them. And so of course they're all around each other, a lot of them. And then she had a lot of beets, and I know we thinned those some, but still. She had a good garden. My dad used to grow onions and sell at farmer's market, spearfish, and, I mean, we planted something, I think it was like 8,000 onions, and it was, he'd get the kids and the grandkids, he took the tiller, and well, the thing was already tilled up, and you take that, the one tiller, and really churn that soil up nice, all you had to do was just, so we all planted onions. Then he had a lot of potatoes too. In fact, he had a pretty good sized garden, and he made the fence bigger. I know I was working in Sturgis, and sometimes he'd call, would you help? It's getting to be too much for him, but he'd get the potatoes in the bucket, and then I had to pick up, so, and they sold a lot of potatoes too. Yeah, they used to take trips back east. Mom was born in Connecticut, so they, or go off wherever. That garden kind of paid for these trips. Yeah. Us kids never got paid. We were always slave labor, you know?
Oh, yeah.
I think you could probably relate.
Yep. All my kids are relating. My oldest the other yesterday, it's like, I want an allowance. When you start working, we'll think about giving you an allowance. Just leaving, I told him, like, tough lap. Do I get paid for that? It's like, no.
Yeah. I only got paid one summer for riding on the cattle and the sheep and stuff. But I think my dad and my grandpa had already got this deal Grandpa had a horse, and so at the end of the summer, Grandpa said, how much money do you have? I had $35. That's what the horse cost me. And so I think they cooked this up somehow. I mean, I think it was just that I used my money to buy this horse, so it was mine.
Yeah.
Not that Grandpa just gave it to me, so. But otherwise, I never got paid. It was just, but he did, you know. It's not coming this way.
It's Fred.
Was he up there to meet you?
I don't know if he was in the meeting. He was upstairs.
Well, I don't think there's much else going on up there with construction. Have you been down to tour the farm park?
I have.
I did go with them after the meeting last time. Whatever, you know. So where did you used to work?
Sold life insurance. Only my wife. Travel.
I worked for First Western Insurance, but I worked at the office. I didn't like selling insurance.
I didn't either. This wasn't really.
You do what you have to do.
But yeah, prior to that, I was working for Albany Farm. 6 months looking for a job. When you have degrees, sometimes it makes it a little tougher.
Sometimes you're over
Yeah.
qualified or educated or something, or they think that.
Yeah, I don't want it. So I wasn't getting callbacks, I wasn't getting anything. Get frustrated on it.
Yeah.
Insurance kind of popped in, fell on my lap. And like, what's possible money coming in? So I started going in, moving towards that. And then my uncle, he came to me and was like, well, you come with me and start selling insurance, we'll make you money. So I went and started selling with him, traveling with him. And started getting money coming in, which helped us kind of get back to where we could have that extra income coming in. But after so long of that,
Well, I went to an interview in Sturgis, and I wasn't interested, you know. I no more than got home and had a phone call, we didn't have cells. Got a phone call, you wanna come to work? I hadn't even thought about it yet, you know, I just. So I said yes.
Yep.
I did have to get my license. And I think, and that was when, I think when you just started to do it on the computer. And so you couldn't go back, because lots of times on the test, you would get up here, and that answers this one back here, you know. You couldn't do that, and I think I just passed, and I didn't care. Just passed. But then I worked in the office, so I didn't sell insurance. I couldn't, to me, I think it's a necessary evil. It's hard to have.
Yeah. The traveling was
Yeah,
the biggest.
Like a shawl, or what's the shaft?
Good. First we go, we can have a drive. Spends all day driving up there one day, and then you sell work a day, and have to start coming back, make that drive coming back. Just the car pretty much being gone every week. Just kind of wearing me down.
Yeah, we've got a family, that's pretty tough.
Like, I just kind of started getting down on myself and stuff like that. And I found this one, my wife read it, got offered something, take it and keeps me home every day.
Yeah. And if you enjoy it, that much. I worked in the assessor's office, I liked that work. And anyway. I have that behind me, so when they start talking, then I worked in the register of deeds for a little bit too. Kind of know what goes on in there a little bit. But at least you're not like Annie's job, you go home at 5.
Yeah. Which is nice.
Yeah.
Having to be able to clock out at 5 and be like done on the boundary farm. I never clocked out. It was strictly salary, which is, I like being salary, so that sometimes there's a time where it's like people are expect you to answer their phone at 8 o'clock at night, still be working. It's like, that's any family time thing.
No, I didn't like that one summer when I was in Sturgis during the rally. They kind of showed us how to get out of there, and then we came early enough to work that bikers weren't out that much, but by 5 o'clock, they're all out. And of course, I just started, so I didn't have any a sandwich or something. I just got my kitty back from out at Tammy's Sunday. She was kind of being naughty in my apartment. She tore up some carpet. So Stu Henderson's my boss. And I took her out there and then told her what happened. Oh, that's just normal wear and tear. And I thought, why did I take her out there? But anyway, Tammy, she's a Manx, and Tammy wanted kittens, so I left her for the summer, and she had baby kitties, and they were ready to wean. So I got her back, and yesterday she just slept most of all day, and she slept all night, or she was on my lap. Today she must have caught up on her sleep. I don't know. But she remembers this was home, so it's kind of nice to have some company.
Yeah.
I told Tammy I was gonna bring her home, and I wanted to bring her home and get her spayed. Oh, you can't do that, she has to have another batch of kittens. So, we'll see. So do you have to help get all this stuff ready for the meetings?
I've been helping a little bit, just kind of, so she's kind of teaching me kind of how to do it, so I have to do it when she's gone again.
Sure. Well, she must have faith in you, so we do too. course, I didn't hear him say it, how long it was gonna take this time, so.
Whew, can we turn the air off in this room?
Order lunch while we're done?
Well,
What's
Corey,
this?
we could have gone to
Andy,
lunch.
how do I adjust the thermostat? It's freezing in here.
Drone pictures of the AC on the courthouse roof. Look at that, already done.
How do I turn this down? Or up? Or off?
It's been cold all day.
Freezing.
Now, somebody turned the AC on finally.
Oh, you're hot?
It says it's 69
I
and a
always run
half
hot.
degrees.
I've been sweating the whole time.
I love winter.
Oh, I'm freezing.
I rode my motorcycle down here in my t-shirt. I can get
So who do we want to have this?
Those are pictures for.
Drone pictures of the AC on
Oh.
the courthouse roof.
Oh.
Well, can't you print us some of those and bring them next meeting?
Sure.
You wanna have it?
And could you email it to Bill so he can take them to Easy and they can sketch in kind of what it'll look like for Joel? Hopefully that'll.
Okay, at 11 or 12:30, I declare us out of executive session. Chad, go ahead. You were saying you want those emailed to Bill?
Yeah, that
Bill
way-
to take
that
them
way-
to Easy
Yeah,
Pass?
and then they can just kind of sketch something up there quick to show Joel what we're doing.
Very good. And I declare us out of executive session with no action. And let's go now to committee reports. Do you want to start us out, Jason? We had ambulance.
No, I do not.
You do not. Tom?
That really wasn't a suggestion.
Okay. Well, it's back to you. We did have an ambulance meeting. It was, and Jason was there. And Jason, do you remember when did the new ambulance was postponed by about a month, but they're planning, if I remember right,
They were hoping to have it
middle
ready.
of November?
Yeah, I think that.
Was that right?
Mid to late this month, they were hoping to have that back.
So still
because
this
it-
year?
This year.
Because it was
There were-
wrapped in the wrong color.
Yeah, there was some decal.
Oh, really?
It's a new ambulance, they wrapped it in Belfouche colors.
They had not, the wrapping
And we didn't
company had
think that
not
would be
discussed
applied.
what city it was for. And so they
Because in
just
the
automatically
past.
wrapped it for Belfast.
Need an ambulance bad enough, you might not care, I guess.
Yeah. We didn't tell them in the past because Belfouche got the last ambulance, so they just assumed it was to be wrapped the same way and so they're gonna rewrap it for us. So it's coming. What else did we discuss, Jason? Still trying to get some of our information for the ambulance service from our prior accountant.
Still missing titles for missing a title for the ambulance that we want to sell off.
We're going to
Oh, the surplus.
surplus the old ambulance. We gotta find a title.
What's the titles for those?
Well,
Not us, huh?
not us. We think that the accountant previously had the title.
What account?
Well, it would have been Spidell at that time. Now it's.
Oh.
I don't know why, but we've asked for the
Well, can't we just
county to
file for?
have a name, be put on there as a title holder, which makes sense to me.
Can't you just file for lost title?
They're gonna try to find it. They were gonna make a trip back over to the accountants to try to find it. If not, they were gonna apply for a duplicate title.
Well, because, correct me if I'm wrong, do you guys still hold the titles for like the fire trucks for all the?
Do not any longer.
You guys turned those back like 3 years ago.
Yes.
Really?
Yes. They insure their own vehicles, so we don't hold the titles for them anymore. We do just insure the people for workman's comp, the volunteers. That's all we do.
So what about all the titles? Pickups, cars?
So technically, ambulance service.
Oh, our vehicles, we have the titles back.
Okay.
Those who can't find it.
Thing, yeah.
So what's the difference between our vehicles and an ambulance or a car?
The ambulance owns them, the cities own them.
Oh, okay.
We don't own
I
them.
wasn't aware of that.
Yeah, we don't pay the insurance on them, or we don't own them in any way, they do.
Which makes sense.
What else did you have in your notes, Jason?
We okayed the Justice Construction to repair the front windows and possibly install a secure door.
Yep. So some of the exterior on the building where the ambulance is housed was coming apart. Some of the tiles and things were falling down, so we did okay at.
It had big broken, the double pane big windows on the front, one of
was
them,
the one down.
at least one set was broken.
Yep, right down here. No, not here, the one downtown. What was it, $7,000, and then we gave them an additional 25-ish or something for the door?
It was $18,000 to rebuild the whole front end and put a new awning over it, and then up to $5,000 for a security
For
door.
the security door. Is that about it?
That's all I got.
Okay, thank you, Jason. Terry?
I don't have any.
Had a fair board meeting last night, nothing big from it though, so, yeah. That's it.
Let's see, what did we put under unfinished? Well, that was gonna be at the next meeting, old business, never mind.
Yes.
Okay, anything for old, unfinished, or new business? Okay. Informational.
I have one thing, taken a couple calls now about the roped off areas in the admin building. Wondering why our county officials aren't open to the public, and I said, well, I assume those were put in for COVID reasons, but,
Oh, you're
wondering if
talking
we
the
It's
hallway?
more like
You're
they're
talking the
not,
hallway?
it's not because they're not open, it's just we want people to stop before they just come back. Like before we got those, I would have 3 people lined upside the hallway, outside of my office, waiting to come talk to me. And I'm
So-
in there with somebody else, having a conversation, and there's 2 people standing outside the doorway waiting to come in and talk to me. So it was more just to keep people,
So would it be better to have a post and say, please check in, and we'll let you know when?
I think it's either or, they just slide over and people can walk right past them anyway.
I mean, I always stop. If I want to talk to you, I always stop and let them know, and then.
yeah, I always,
Yeah.
And then I go around it. I get that.
And that's, sometimes that would happen, sometimes it wouldn't. It's really just a deterrent. It's not like we're not open. People can come to my office anytime they want to.
maybe taking the signs off of them, I don't remember what the signs say.
The signs have been there the whole time.
What are they?
Right, but I mean, like, so, like, if somebody wants to talk to Lori, then they talk to who up front?
It just depends on what window they come to. They can come to our window and we'll say, okay, yeah, they're back there, and then they just go back. If it's a problem, it's easy enough to prove it. Like yesterday, for instance, I'm in my office and I could hear a child that really wanted to come back here, but the parent kept saying, no, see the sign, it says county employees only. I don't know.
Oh, and it just kind of prevents people from wandering back there, and if somebody's not in their office because they're out, then it keeps them from opening doors and going into offices that aren't occupied.
Well, the doors are all open.
It's definitely not gonna keep anybody from coming back there. It's not like it's a door. It's easy to just slide it over and people come through.
Well, usually everybody, every time I've been there, everybody's door's wide open,
Yeah.
and I usually just say hi anyway, you know, good morning, or greet them.
One of the reasons, Chad, one of the reasons we put those up, we had a citizen who was coming in the front door, storming back to an office and
Raising Cane's.
being inappropriate with some of the staff. I'll leave it right there. And it did stop the problem. But I do see why they should be accessible.
Yeah, you can bring that, I mean, the ropes are, I don't really have a feeling either way, maybe just as, like Terry said, please check in.
Check in with it
Before
Yeah.
moving beyond, I don't know, I don't want the public to walk in and think that they can't talk to
So
somebody.
you're thinking the sign that says, nobody, Butte County employees past this point, only just change that to say, please check in at the window.
Better make sure that's okay with the treasurer's office. That they're running
Well, either
interference for
that,
everybody.
check into the side window.
It's past the treasurer's office.
Where
So,
do they check in?
The
well,
window,
like if they wanna come down our
To the
aisle,
left.
they check in the auditor's office. If they wanna come in the other way, they check in at the Christina's office, equalization.
there's two offices, you know, one to your right and to your left.
Okay, I get
That's
that.
the problem, it's gonna be spread amongst the three offices, because the treasurer's people are gonna be, you walk in the door, that's the first desk you see.
Which it already is.
Yeah.
Or maybe not have,
Don't need a,
or maybe not have any and just have a sign in the lobby.
That just says,
I don't know, you know, just something simple.
be respectful of those in front of you or something like that. Get people to stop. I don't know.
Yeah,
Let's think about it.
I don't know what the solution is.
For me, let's put it this way, for me, it hasn't a problem because I'm a commissioner and I know what I want to do and who I want to talk to. So I usually check in with the two up front.
And that's, yeah, I mean, all the years that I've been walking into that office for all the different things, you know, if I walk over to the window and say who I need to talk to or ask, you know, ask the question and then they'll direct me to wherever I need to go, you know.
99 out of 100
Never-
times when I'm in that building,
never a problem.
I'm there to write a check to the first window I see, so.
And we appreciate
It's
it.
not an issue for me, but.
Never any problem getting to that window.
Well,
They'll always
I don't
accept
think
your money.
there would be anything wrong with a sign, check in at a window before you proceed past this point. I mean, that's just,
Yeah, think
I
they
mean,
should-
I do.
Good.
I
I
don't.
do. I do
you know,
too. I don't
To
even
me, it's a
march
courteous
back
thing,
there.
so I don't-
I
yeah.
never just walk past.
Yeah.
Never. I don't.
No.
So I don't know, maybe it's
just-
serving
it's
its purpose, I
and
guess.
respect.
One time I went to the assessor's office and there was nobody in that front office, but there was a sign said something about the second door or the first door. So they were aware that nobody was there. And so
Oh.
you walked back.
So they had a sign saying just
They
come
had
to
a
the second
sign,
door?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
So there was
We have
no
a bell.
Oh, I didn't know
Or
that.
is that the window you just hit bell?
Well, there's not a bell over there.
Oh, we can change this.
There is a bell.
See how it goes.
Yeah.
I don't know, I
There
mean, I
wasn't
think,
yet.
maybe it's not an issue.
Well, we'll keep it in mind and,
Yeah.
yeah, if something needs to be changed, we can sure change it. It's no big deal.
I mean, I could honestly go either way on it, I really don't have a strong
I
feeling.
know when I come down the hall, as far as if I want to see Deb or something, you're always willing to just knock on the door, we'll let you in.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
your
my-
office is the same way.
My door is open.
I know
If the
it.
door's
All
closed,
the,
the
everybody's
door is
office is
closed.
open.
Yeah.
And if you're not there, then the door's, you know.
Yeah, I
that's
just
where-
assumed it was a COVID deal, I didn't realize there was another issue.
don't know how long those signs have been there, but the ropes have been there not very long.
I mean, I've gotten to the point where I stop at the window and, is Annie in? Nope. Well, then I can leave. Well, you know, it's not, you know what I'm saying?
That's when they ask, who are you?
Yeah.
No, she's not in for you.
We look at my pictures of no admittance first.
Yeah.
You used to have to look at a mail, or
Put
a
a-
post office.
Yeah, pictures on the wall of do not let these people in.
Oh, that'd be all elected officials.
That's all I had for information. And I don't know, maybe that wasn't even information, I don't know.
Anything else?
Can't think of anything.
Move to adjourn.
Second.
Motion is second to adjourn. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
That was earlier than I thought.
Thank you, everybody.
I don't expect it to once it gets shorter.
Yeah, I would assume the rest of the year they'll be pretty long.
The next meeting might be pretty long, you might wanna think about breaking for lunch.
Okay.
There's quite a few. Did you hear that?